Hi, this is Joe from Vanta. In today's digital world, compliance regulations are changing constantly, and earning customer trust has never mattered more. Vanta helps companies get compliant fast and stay secure with the most advanced AI, automation, and continuous monitoring out there. So whether you're a startup going for your first SOC 2 or ISO 27001, or a growing enterprise managing vendor risk, Vanta makes it quick, easy, and scalable. And I'm not just saying that because I work here. Get started at vanta.com.
AI is moving at light speed. Bureaucracy is dying, and ideas can turn into action overnight. And yet people are still hiding behind the phrase, "That's above my pay grade." In this era, that excuse doesn't protect you, it exposes you. All right, hey, welcome back, Northbound. That's above my pay grade. Wow, that is one of the most common phrases in the workplace. And while it sounds responsible, and it sounds respectful, and it sounds ultimately safe, it trains people to disengage, defer responsibility, and disconnect from the outcomes. So today we're talking about when people stop believing they have authority. And when that happens, they stop having impact. And so this episode is not about recklessness. That's not the advice here. It's more about reclaiming responsibility. And it's about why this phrase is especially dangerous right now. We are in 2026, and this is a year of action. And we have to get beyond this idea that it's above our pay grade or not our responsibility. Have you ever heard this one? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Maybe you live or work in a circus. Well, maybe it's yours to fix. Let's get into it. So what do people mean versus what the phrase actually does? What people usually mean when they say that's above my pay grade is that they don't want to overstep. They don't want to get in trouble. I wasn't asked. This isn't officially my responsibility. But here's what it actually communicates. I don't own the outcome. Someone else will deal with it. My voice doesn't matter here. I'm opting out. Here at Northbound, authority is not about title. It's about responsibility and influence. And we also want to help you get promoted. And you are going to stay stagnant if your mindset is that's above my pay grade. Let's make a couple of distinctions very clear. And this is clarifying authority versus responsibility. Decision-making authority does not necessarily or does not equal moral or professional responsibility. While you may not, in all cases, make the final call, you always have the authority to notice, the authority to speak up, the authority to care, and the authority to contribute insight. If you stay silent, and we talked about this in the last episode about silence, silence is a decision. So if you decide to stay silent, that is a conscious decision that you are making, and it does have consequences. So why does leadership need to kill the phrase, "That's above my pay grade"? We cannot tolerate this language because what it does is it teaches people to disengage, and it creates blind spots. It rewards compliance over ownership. It trains people to wait instead of lead, and it leaves you as the leader carrying everything alone. I want to go back a few years, actually quite a few, to the 1990s. Surprisingly, that was quite a while ago. This is kind of the time frame where this concept of human capital development was starting to fill books and leadership lessons and courses and speeches. And leadership thinkers at that time were really emphasizing this idea of human capital development. Well, what else was happening in the 1990s? Technology was accelerating rapidly. And we find ourselves now in 2026 accelerating even faster. And so when technology was accelerated at that time, leaders were realizing that skills had to evolve very, very quickly. They also realized that people mattered more than the systems. What that meant was that investing in people was time sensitive. We are there again. However, this time it's faster, much faster. Our investment in people is so incredibly time sensitive right now that if we don't do it today, we're going to lose. For your organization, your team, your business, your ministry, this matters right now. Our present moment with AI and the speed of technology advancing every single second is crazy. It's moving at light speed. New tools, platforms, and applications are changing constantly, immediately. Some, and you may see it this way yourself, see this as a threat to their jobs, but it's not. It's actually an explosion of opportunity. There are going to be new companies emerging overnight. Actually, we already see it. There are new movements that are going to form instantly. We see that. There are going to be new sales channels that will appear with no barrier to their entry. Just like the forest, just like the mountains, just like the rocks, technology is going to level the playing field. And people, and the way we treat people, the way that we develop them, the way that we care about them is going to determine who wins. Efficiency-only organizations in this day and age are going to struggle. That's the counterintuitive truth. Organizations that are obsessed with efficiency are going to suffer because AI makes efficiency universal. Everybody's going to be efficient with AI. Everyone's going to have the same tools. What will not be equal is passion, conviction, mission, relationships, and here's a big one, courage. So here's the truth that we're telling at Northbound. The future belongs to you and people who care, think, and act, not just optimize. So it's not above your pay grade. It was never above your pay grade. And even more today, it's not above your pay grade. We're at an equal playing field here, folks. We're no longer in the old management theories of the past. We are in modern reality. Now, we went to the 1990s. Let's go even farther back. Henry Ford said this, "What I want is a good pair of hands. Unfortunately, I must take them with a person attached." Now, I say that quote because that's old management thinking, very old. And it shows that people, it's this concept that people are a necessary inconvenience. Let's go into modern reality right now. We now have hands without people. Robots exist, AI exists, automation exists. We do not lack tools. We have them. We actually can get a robot and we don't have to take a person attached with them. But what we need more than ever is human conviction. AI may eliminate some forms of bureaucracy, but it's not eliminating people. It's actually making you more valuable. So it's not eliminating you or the need for you. As corporate fat gets trimmed, which is a good thing, I love trimming corporate fat. As that happens, human ideas are going to move faster. Innovation is going to accelerate. Ownership is going to matter more. Again, not above your pay grade. Nothing can be above your pay grade anymore because ideas turn into action overnight. So, all that to say, that's not above my pay grade is the thing I don't want you to say, but here's something I do want you to say. Here is the leadership skill that matters the most right now. And it's a little bit of a surprising one, maybe. One of the most important things a leader can say in this era right now is, I don't know. Here's why. The landscape is changing too fast. Tools are changing immediately. Applications are shifting overnight. So what do great leaders do? They invite insight, they drop outdated tools, they encourage people to think and act, and they create ownership instead of dependency. So what do you say and do instead? Well, you can start with I don't know, and then you're going to rally your team to help you. You don't have to solve it, but you do need to surface it. You need to bring it up. You need to communicate it. You may not be responsible for the decision, but you are absolutely responsible for the insight. If you see something, you have authority to say something. And don't ever punish people for caring. We want to go from permission-based leadership to ownership-based. Now, it is also important at this time to have healthy boundaries. We are not creating chaos. That means that we don't want just freelance decisions happening all over the place or leadership being bypassed or ego-driven behavior. We're not looking for chaos. What we want to develop is a culture of shared responsibility, clear communication, courage over comfort, and stewardship over rank. If I'm on the trail and I see a hazard, I see something, there are ways that I can warn people behind me. I don't wait for permission to do that. I don't call the National Forest Service to tell somebody that there is a hazard up ahead. On the trail, we warn others. Here's the cost to your organization of keeping that phrase, "that's above my pay grade," around. One, you're probably going to miss some problems. You may even have some failures that were preventable. You encourage low engagement, a not my job culture, burned out leaders, and missed opportunities. Remember that the most dangerous words in leadership isn't rebellion. Rebellion is not the most dangerous thing. Disengagement is the most dangerous thing. Silence. That's really, really bad. Here's where Northbound goes. Authority isn't handed down by pay grade. It's exercised through responsibility. And the best cultures are built when everyone feels ownership, when they feel that they own the outcome. Leaders do not hoard authority, they multiply it. They also don't look for the glory, they give it out. Nothing in this day and age is above your pay grade when it comes to protecting people, improving the mission, and telling the truth. If you need help with this, if you want to develop a better culture in your organization, reach out to me directly at chris@go-northbound.com. Or you can just go to www.go-northbound.com and join our online community where there are leaders in all walks of life and industry that are there to encourage you and share with you their past successes and their past failures. We are a team that wants to help each other, and I want to help you. Nothing is above my pay grade. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into Northbound Podcast today. Appreciate you. Take care.
You just listened to another episode from the Northbound Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you were encouraged and empowered in leadership. Go lead boldly and humbly. And remember our vision. Elevate your team through Christ-centered leadership. If you want to be a part of our community, just go to go-northbound.com and follow the link and come join us. Follow along with courses and live streams and chats, and maybe even join us for an adventure. We'd love to have you. All of those links are in the description below. Thank you again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. See ya.